in this country, we don't just close down our coal-fired power stations, we blow them up. And quite a big fuss is made about this, as if we are renouncing a wicked thing. It has an almost religious force for many people, and therefore it's not rational. And if I say, as I frequently do, that it's absurd to imagine that if you close down your coal-fired power stations and then China opens one about every week, that you're reducing emissions, that there is no justification that supporters of these measures can come up with than a high moral one, that it's a good thing to do anyway. And I'm not quite sure in what way it's a good thing to do if it doesn't have any effect on the supposed objective of it. But it is a very good instance of the increasing irrationality of politics. The old idealistic, utopian socialist view, which has almost entirely vanished since the collapse of the Soviet Union, has now been replaced by two very strong forces, the red and the green. The red one nowadays being very much to do with cultural, sexual and moral revolution, and the green one being the absolute determination to have what is regarded as clean power. None of it has any logic to it. Nobody really examines it. Nobody has ever done a proper cost-benefit analysis of what we're going to do. And unless people begin to reimpose rationality on energy policy in this country, I think there's going to be a very serious crisis. Actually, one of the most ridiculous things about our current state of affairs is that we have become almost totally reliant upon gas, which is not a green fuel. But because it's not black and doesn't produce clouds of oily black smoke, people seem to think that that's okay. And the other thing is there's enormous concentration on getting people to drive electric cars. If we actually succeed, which I don't think we will because people don't like them on close contact, but if we actually succeed in making the vast majority of cars electric, then how are they going to be charged? The enormous strain this will place upon the generating system, which is already under some strain because it simply can't cope with demand on some cases and is really, really pushed. And if it were not for the regular importation of energy from nuclear-powered France or from the Low Countries, which in some cases are still using coal and oil, and from Norway's hydroelectric power, we would be often in quite some difficulties. If we increase the load on our power system without increasing generation, then it just seems to me there's trouble coming.